Welcome everyone. Today we are going to start Political Science Chapter 1. The title of the chapter is What is Democracy and Why Democracy? To understand this chapter, let us see from the meaning and the definition of the word democracy. The word democracy is taken from Greek word. Means demo and kreta. Demo means people and kreta means rule, and all together we can say rule of people. Now it is well said by Abraham Lincoln, a government of the people, for the people and by the people is called as democracy, and it is well said. So we have seen that when people starts ruling directly in any country, it becomes a democratic country. But again, it has to fulfill few features and it has to fulfill some criteria. It is not only that people are indirectly participating and it is forming a democracy. There are so many features we will read in detail. Further, let us see the meaning of definition of democracy. If it will be asked that define democracy, how will you respond? Democracy means a form of government in which ruler is elected by the people. Here children, very important to understand is that this elect word. It means a kind of ruling in which people used to elect their representative or rulers. So let us see our country India. It is not ruled by any king, we all know. There is no king who is ruling upon our country. Neither it is a country where any dictator or any kind of aristocrat society is ruling in the country. So what type of ruling is there in our country? It is totally democratic ruling in which we people are participating, we are voting and electing our representative. So such type of democracy is called as democratic form of government. Let us talk about some major features of democracy. So here number one comes major decision is taken by the leaders. Major decisions are being taken by the leaders. And now second is free and fair election. Free and fair election. And third one is one person, one vote and one value. And fourth one is rule of laws and respect for rights. Now children, here if we say that all the important decision is in the hands of our elected leader, then we can say yes, it is fulfilling the feature of democracy. Let us see the example of India these days, when across the world pandemic disease is taking place, and we have seen how across the world different leaders, elected leaders, have taken their decision, and the best decision is being taken by our Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, that he proceeded with the lockdown stages. So here we can say that the important decisions are in the hands of government.
To understand the features of democracy, let us see various cases of non-democratic countries starting from Pakistan. Major decisions are taken by the elected leaders, but in the case of Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup in October 1999. He overthrew the democratically elected government and declared himself as a chief executive of the country. Later, he declared himself as president. In this way, we can see that complete power was in the hands of military officer, whereas elected representatives had limited power in their hands.
Now next feature, we are saying free and fair election. So as we all know, by following the procedure of election, we used to elect our representatives or the leader whom we want to see as a ruler. So when we are conducting the procedure of election, means through campaigning, by doing the publicity and all, and finally the date comes when we go for the vote polling and all. So during that procedure, if our election is taking place totally fairly, means there is no malpractice is going on, or there is no external pressure to the public for you can say voting the vote to the particular party. If this kind of practice is not going on, if free and fair election is taking place where people are able to take their own decision for the leaders or the elected party, then that is called as free and fair election conduction. So in this procedure, if we are following that pattern, it means we are true democratic country.
Now let's see the case of China. There is only one party which used to win the election every after 5 years. That is Chinese Communist Party. Also media and press remains in their control. Similarly, we can see the case of Mexico. Since from 1930, PRI, Institutional Revolutionary Party, frames their government with lots of malpractices to win the election.
Now, fourth feature is rule of law and rights. If we talk about rule of law and right, it means if a country has certain rule and law and it is being followed by the people honestly, and the dignity of each and everyone is being maintained by if the rights, then we can say it is a country of democracy.
Let us see the case of Zimbabwe. Since from independence 1980, the country was ruled by ZANU-PF. It is a political party, one and only, whose leader was Robert Mugabe. This party used to win on the basis of violence and harassment of opposition party. Hence, we can say that there is no rule of law and respect for rights. But after 37 years of non-democratic ruling, he was thrown out of the power and new president was elected.
Again, another feature is one vote, one person and one value. We have seen in many countries they have declared themselves as a democratic country, but they are not giving equal vote right to everyone. There are some countries where women were not being given right to vote, and there are some countries where the other people of the country, their vote is being assumed as a half of the vote of the person, those who are belonging to the same country. So this kind of thing should not be practiced when we are talking about a concept of democracy.
The principle of adult franchise is followed by all the countries in the world, but few countries denied to follow. For example, Saudi Arabia got right to vote for the women in year 2011, whereas in Estonia, people belonging to Russian minorities find difficult to get right to vote. In Fiji, non-Fijian vote is counted as half, whereas Fijian vote is counted as 1.
So in our country, we can say each and everyone's vote is being valued, and it is being valued and calculated. So hence we can say it is a democratic country. Why democracy is required, or why it is important to have a democratic government. So let us see the situation of present China and India. As we all know, these days when across the world pandemic disease is being spread, and how the decision of different government in different countries are being taken to control upon the situation. In the same way, if we talk about China, as we all know and we have discussed about China's situation, that after independence, China had only one ruling party, that is Chinese Communist Party, and the decision always remains in their hand. Also, the complete control of press and other media people, they have the complete control upon them, and there is no ruling party, no other ruling party, or you can say opposition party, who can question about the work of Chinese Communist Party. So we can say the result of this was that during the pandemic, you can say disease, when it was spread over the China, they were unable to control upon the situation. Why? Because there was no opposition party to put upon the question that why this death or the casualty is being taking place a lot, why measures are not being taken on time. So these were their critical situation. Now if we talk about India, because we have so many opposition party, and it is a kind of fear in the mind of ruling government from the opposition party, that if they will not think about the welfare of public or people, then the next year or the coming election session, they will not be assumed and preferred for the ruling or the government. So in this way we can say the importance of democracy is very important, or you can say the concept of democracy has great benefit. Let us see some more benefits or merits of democracy. So one of the biggest we can say advantage of democracy is that government used to think about people, or we can say government works for people welfare. So this is the situation where we get the benefit, we common people get the benefit, because we have elected government to work for our need, or we can say our development. So here this is the very important positive aspect of democracy. Now government remains more accountable. Government remains more accountable for any decision or work. It means it is the responsibility of the government to take important decision for the welfare of the people, and it is their accountability to give the answer or response for the public opinion. Now next is democracy ends up dictatorship, and also democracy gives equal rights. Gives equal rights to all. It means we all are equal in front of law and justice. So this is the another benefit of democracy. Another very important feature of democracy is that it helps the government in smooth functioning. It means what? The country like India, which is diverse with several religion, caste and custom, and whenever any conflicts used to take place, because of the concept of democracy, it becomes very easy for the government to control upon the situation. So this is the best feature of, we can say, democracy, that it helps the government to work smoothly. Now, as we all know, democracy cannot fulfill all the requirement, though it is the best form of the government in comparison to the monarchism or dictatorship. Let us see what are those demerits which are not satisfactory if we say about the democracy. After seeing the positive aspects of democracy, let us see some negative aspects, or we can say demerits of democracy. Demerits of democracy. So what could be the demerits of democracy? Number one, it is being assumed that it is a kind of political competition. A political competition where healthy competition doesn't take place, a kind of dirty game or politics used to take place. That's why we consider as a democracy is not a good concept for the nation. It means it's a political competition with blame game or we can say dirty game. Now another is that leaders in democratic country, when we say, because we need to give opportunity to each and every party, and for that we keep on changing leaders and we monitor the work of the leaders. So it is being assumed that changing of leader is creates a kind of instability in the political system. So we can say instability in political system due to regular changes of leaders. So these are the two aspects which we can say as a point of negative towards the democracy. Now another feature of negative aspect is that since from independence we are watching that there is a problem which is still there in our country, that is poverty, and this poverty still is not being removed from our country after being following the true concept of democracy. So we can say democracy do not have the solution of every problem. If we talk about any problem, which problem? That is poverty is the biggest challenge still in front of present government. We can say that still it is not being removed from our community or society or country. So this is a challenging task. So it is the point of negative aspect that after being adopting the policy of democracy, we are still unable to remove the poverty from our country. Next, decision taken by government is assumed as not as per the common interest of the people. It means this point says that if we are saying country is a democratic country, it doesn't mean that everywhere in every aspect government is able to think about for the common interest of the people. It means somewhere they might lack what is the basic requirement or the, we can say, emergency for the common people. There they need means assumed as a failure. Another demerit of democracy is that due to the electoral competition, it leads to corruption. It means due to this process, corruption used to take place more and more. Now another demerit is that elected people or representative do not know the best interest of the people, commodity or people. So these are the demerits of the democracy.
Let's do overview of the chapter with some questionnaire. Number 1. Democracy is the form of government in which rulers are elected by the rich people, royal family, the king or the people. Number 2. Name the famous political party of Mexico. Institutional Revolutionary Party, JANU-PF, Communist Party or none of these. Number 3. Suggest one of the important feature of democracy. The final decision making power rests with those elected by the monarchy or with those elected by the people, or remains with those elected by the Communist Party, or remains with those elected by the rich people. Thank you for watching, dear children. Answer these questions in comment section. Stay safe, stay happy.